Back-to-back wins. How you feeling?
Man, I feel great. It's a great head start. The way I looked at this whole Cooper Rush thing, if we can split whatever games he play, you still have a shot coming out of this. And now, man, he's won both games. So absolutely, man, that's a great head start. And won that division game. So yeah, that's a great head start.
Is there anything that Dak could borrow from Cooper Rush's game to implement for his own when he comes back?
I don't know that I'd say Dak takes something from Cooper Rush's game. I wouldn't mind Kellen taking something from Cooper Rush's calls, the calls that he's making. And I don't even want to put that on Kellen because, we'll say that, oh, man, look at the run game now. Look how he's leaning on the run game. But the reality is it seems like they just found that line. They found a pretty good offensive line with Peters over at guard and Tyler Smith over there at the tackle and that whole left side. So I don't even want to say he's calling a different game. Let me just see where he continues to call his game with this running game going now.
Michael, Dak had a quote that I'm absolutely in love with this morning. He said, "I'm not learning new things about defenses. I'm seeing just how simple this game can be. Hearing the calls in the headset, all you have to do is slow down and go through the design of the plays. It can be so blanking simple." Can you speak to that? And did you ever have a time when you were sidelined where the game just gave you a little different perspective before you came back with a return?
Well, mine probably went the other way after I got sidelined. Coming back after all the stuff I went through, the game kind of changed for me. So it was never the side where I sat down and said, "Wow, the game opened up to me." You know what I mean? But I can definitely see where that would happen with the quarterback because there's so much to worry about. Now when you're on the side, you can see the things that Dak is talking about. Wait a minute, let me calm down. I'm not worried about all these things, and the game can slow down some for you.
Mike, I occasionally would go back and look at past players and when it sort of clicked for them, right? And we were talking about how earlier today, Dak's in year 6, 7, it should have clicked already. And I go back and it's like, well, John Elway went 5-11 in like year 7, and Peyton Manning went 6-10 in like year 4 or 5. Is there a light bulb that just goes off for players, and is each position sort of different?
Well, each position is different, and each team is different. The light bulb can go off for you, but you ain't got the right guys around you lighting it up. That's just a bright light. You ain't got nothing going. You know what I'm saying? So you need more people to be lighting that thing up. You need that bulb to go on and more people, so then you can have a real good team and have some great success. Dak may get it. John Elway may get it. But, boy, if the rest of this team ain't worth anything, how would we even know that they really got it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're still losing games. So that's the whole key to it.
Michael Irvin on the Diamond Factory hotline. I texted you, very upset after CeeDee Lamb's first half, like the rest of the Metroplex, wanted to rip the 88 jersey off of his back.
Everybody.
What did CeeDee Lamb show you Monday night?
Well, everybody did. I can't tell you how many texts I got. I mean, people, man, we got to get that jersey off his back. But then to come back and play on the main, to take that whole drive over that he took over, that fourth down play. You see, he caught that fourth down. He caught that ball in his body, like I was talking about, not trying to catch it in his hand. So when they hit him, the ball was stuck on him. That was a great play, that fourth down play. A great play for him to hold on to that ball. And then that one-hander at the end was just it was incredible. It was just incredible. So you know what? I said, oh, my God, what a horrible game he's having. And I had already said how hard it is for him to prove he's the number one with a backup quarterback. But, boy, he came through in the end right there, boy. And I'm so glad it happened the way it happened. If not, that's all we would have been talking about this week.
Michael Irvin here with Shan and RJ every Wednesday at this time on DFW Sports Station. You're a free agent receiver right now. You're picking in the offseason, and you can pick between these 4 guys. I want to know what team you're going to that you want throwing you the ball. Lamar, Hurts, Tua, Dak. Free agent receiver. Stats, numbers, you're taking it all into account.
Hurts, Tua, Dak. Lamar, Hurts, Tua, Dak. And when you look at those, Lamar, Hurts, Tua, Dak. Hurts, Tua, Dak. The only one really can't run in there is Tua. If you're a free agent receiver, you want to make plays, you probably say, let me go to Miami because he's not going to do much running. That's just the logic of it. That's just the logic of it. Miami, Tua's not going to do much running. He got a short pass a game, and they're going to spread the ball around. If you are a free agent, that would be your choice.
But I understand the running. Who's the best thrower?
Well, listen. I need to make sure you're going to throw.
There you go.
That's the most important thing, is to make sure you're going to throw. Then I start discerning about who's the best thrower. Hurts may not want to throw. Lamar may not want to throw. And if that gets frisky, he may want to go. Tua ain't going nowhere.
That's for dang sure he ain't going nowhere. How many wins in a row does Cooper have to have for you to even consider not bringing Dak back?
I don't think Cooper, if Cooper wins every game while Dak is out, I still don't think you make that change. I don't think you make the change. You stick with Dak. It's not just a financial thing. It's the way Dak leads this team, the way Dak leads these guys. And Dak has something to do with leading these guys right now. So there's no way you'll put Dak on the sideline. I don't care if he wins the next 3 games, however long Dak is out.
Michael, you said something earlier, and Brian Baldinger touched on it as well, and we're going to have a future conversation on the show about do the Cowboys need to change or scale back their identity of being, offensive first and scoring 30 points. I know it sounds crazy that, you want to score as much as possible, but with what you said about Kellen Moore calling the game, do you think they need to dial this thing back a little bit and be a little bit more conservative when Dak returns?
Well, I think what we need to do is make sure that we lead with the run game, and then let Dak do his thing with that defense plan. You know what I'm saying? Or if the game plan determines it, we can open up with the pass and then finish with a great run game. A lot of times, Emmett was a great finisher. But once you establish the run, now you can start tinkering with what you want to do. Because once you start with the run, you know what everybody's going to come in to do. They're going to try to stop that run. Now that opens up the passing game. So sometimes you'll start the game passing the ball because everybody's stacking in the box trying to stop the run. So they're going to give you the one-on-ones, and then they'll start playing coverage, and then you go to run. You see what I mean? Once you establish the run, and I'm not talking about game by game. Once you establish to this season, everybody knows, well, we can run this football. Now their main priority is to come and stop the run, and now you got your offense set because you know what they're trying to get done, and you can run it off that.
Which running back should lead in establishing the run?
Well, yeah. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Doesn't matter to me who starts or not. But what I saw, that 15, 13 carries between those two, that balance like that, I do like that. I do like that balance right there. And I think they decided, hey, we got to try everything, get some people involved here, and they balanced it off, and it works great, especially with this new offensive line.
Michael, what are we missing about when you or Aikman or Romo and Jerry talk about, he told you on First Take, where we go as Zeke goes. The rest of us all roll our eyes, and we're like, he has very little left. He's not going to break anything. Maybe he gets you those tough yards on a carry. What are we missing as football Cowboy fans about what Zeke Elliott actually has left?
Well, what Zeke does, Zeke brings dictatorship. He's a dictator. He's coming. He's going to hit you. You're going to fall back. And maybe Zeke doesn't have the burst through the hole like he used to have, but he has some power. And power sets the tone for a whole football team. Everybody wants to be physical. Zeke sets that tone on let's be physical.
But do you have more faith in him being able to pick up a first down over Pollard?
Oh, no, I have faith in him picking up the first down. Now, him going 70 yards might be something different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But him getting those 2 yards, getting those 3 yards, getting those first downs, yeah, I got plenty of faith he can do that.
Thank you, brother. Keep delivering the gold on TV. We were playing it all day, all morning long.
That was fun. That was fun. And listen, man, that defensive line is just destroying, man. If we can keep that up, we really do have a chance. We really do have a chance.